I'm here today with Gary Keay. So Gary is the Managing Director of GK Recruitment. Welcome, Gary.
Thanks for having me, Mick. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, and you too. Just kick off, Gary, and tell us a little bit about GK Recruitment.
All right, okay. So GK Recruitment is an IT recruitment specialist. We're based in Chorley in Lancashire, and we specialise on delivering IT permanent and contract staff to technology departments, be it specialist companies or companies that have an IT department for their IT specialist staff.
Okay, and any particular industries that you're involved with?
We go across a variety of industries. The specialist areas that we focus still on Lancashire. So we have a sort of a talent pool of just local candidates that we service in Lancashire. So
right.
Various industries, various skill sets, but the primary thing is to stick to the county of Lancashire.
And what would you say, Gary, differentiates your business from other IT recruitment companies?
I think probably a number of things, mainly that because we just focus in Lancashire, we know the challenges that Lancashire businesses have in trying to get local talent who don't want to go travelling into Manchester to get higher salaries, or can now work remotely for London-based companies with London-based salaries. So it's knowing the region, knowing which towns are nearby, where the skill sets lie, which companies employ certain people with that skill set, etc. So it's getting that knowledge of the talent in that county, and then of course it's the delivery of service. We're a local business, so we like to go and meet people on our doorstep. So we build good relationships with our candidates and our clients, and we want to deal with local businesses and get to know people and deliver that personal service. And we don't give up till we've filled a role.
Right, brilliant. And I'm sure there's been ups and downs along the way. Tell me about the highs.
Well, the highs, I suppose, has been building the brand, the business, and having some good successful years. I've got my son-in-law now works with me, so that's been a compliment to the team. And we've worked with some great companies. We've placed some senior people. And it's a joy. I love doing it every day, so I just enjoy it. And of course, if you can make an improvement to companies and more importantly individuals, then that's an added bonus, and that's where I get my job satisfaction from.
Yeah, very rewarding, I'm sure.
Definitely.
So what was it like during the COVID period? How did that pan out for you?
Yeah, it was an unusual time, really, because everything just fell off the cliff. Lots of projects were on the go, and everything just put the brakes on, and it was a difficult period. So we kind of downsized and managed ourselves, kept ourselves busy, did a lot of research and a lot of information gathering so that we're ready to bounce back when we could bounce back. And then have subsequently done that. We've now gone to a home working model where we're in an office. And I suppose that's where the recruitment world has changed as well now, because it's all about remote working. So what we do now as a job has changed due to COVID in terms of candidates' expectations, and employers' expectations have changed.
Yeah. And looking ahead, Gary, what's the future like? What are the opportunities and what are the challenges?
Yeah, so actually, weirdly, the timing of this meeting is bizarre. We've just launched a new website called Silicon Lancashire, and the whole purpose of that is to provide information, trends, advice to the Lancashire community, tech community, the leaders, to know what's going on, what problems people are facing, and helping people come up with different types of solutions. So it's kind of a network for business leaders to understand what other business leaders' problems and challenges are, and how we all can help each other overcome those, and what trends look like, what technology is going on. I mean, it's a £1 billion sector, is the IT sector in Lancashire. There's 30,000 IT technical people working in this county. There's 4,000 digital businesses in it. And we've seen a 25% growth year on year for the last 5 years. So it's a booming sector. And the challenges are similar for most tech companies across the board in the county.
Wow, that sounds really exciting.
Yeah. And I think one of the trends this year is going to be that due to the sort of uncertainty a little bit, is that there's a lot more contracting projects are starting to sort of come to fruition this year, where maybe people don't want to go for full-time employees because of the state of what we're being told by the news, which we shouldn't listen to, but we have to. And therefore projects still need to happen, and contract seems to become a bit more prominent this year, where projects need to be delivered, contractors are available, they can deliver the role on budget, on time, and then it's closed off. So that's the trend we're seeing as well this year.
And what are some of the challenges? That sounds really exciting. Opportunities. What challenges are lying ahead for you?
I think the challenge is always going to be identifying the right talent. That's always the challenge. It's attracting talent to various companies. There's a shortage of technology talent in Lancashire, so the challenge is always to get yourself in front of good candidates and to be able to tell a story about why that employer would be of benefit to them, what journey they're on. Then you need to tell a story, not just about a job, where they are, where they're going, what the technology looks like, and sell that story. And that's what makes a difference, because the candidates are being approached on a daily basis about loads of different jobs, and you have to tell a story, not a job, and that makes a difference. And that's the challenge, is getting those conversations going and getting people to understand that.
Yeah, great. So a few years in the industry and running your own business, what have you learned about yourself along the way?
Oh Christ. Resilience, I suppose. I think I've realized that you need a huge amount of resilience to be self-employed, whether it's been recruitment, coaching, any business. So it's giving yourself that training that you need, or that encouragement, or that environment that's going to help you feel confident and have the resilience, have the confidence, the never say die to get started. And especially in my job, it's a roller coaster. It's 80% failure, 20% success. And so we only learn by failure, don't we? So I don't think I've learned everything. I'm certainly making failures on a daily basis still, but it's just learning from them and moving forward, and knowing that's just life, and that you can still succeed. So and I enjoy it, and that's the main thing. A lot of people do work or jobs that they don't enjoy, whereas this is really satisfactory. Frustrating, but satisfying, so I enjoy it.
Yeah. And finally, Gary, I'm sure you're a man of no regrets, but if you could turn the clock back and do it all again, what might you do differently?
Probably focused on Lancashire sooner. So when I set out, I was always Lancashire based, and there was always Lancashire businesses, but I got distracted by other nationwide recruitment projects that were going on, and I enjoyed those. But I think looking back now, because I'm a salesman at the end of the day, so if I see an opportunity, I go after it. And I suppose I've learned that to stay local is an advantage, and therefore to keep turning down those national roles and just focus on the counties. I wish I'd done that sooner, but I'm doing it now, and I've been doing it for the last 5 years or so, and it gives me more satisfaction, and it saves me a heck of a lot of journeying all around the country, traveling as well. So and you don't get the same relationships when it's a national business in the same way that you do with local businesses.
Good, brilliant. Well, I wish you all the best, Gary.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me to this, Mick. I've really enjoyed it, and thanks for giving me the opportunity.